It's absolutely your birthright to explore your consciousness with natural medicine, full stop. And we allow you to do that, to explore your consciousness, to be safe. We hold you. And regardless of what you're coming in, trauma, depression, addiction, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, what we've learned over the 3 years is that it's all back to self-love. You know, these teachers and these plant allies, you know, you're inviting a teacher into your room, and we have many different teachers in our grow. And so we carefully choose that teacher to welcome, that the participants welcome them in. And teachers teach people differently, and people resonate with teachers differently. So we just allow that space, and it all comes back with all of those things I said, it all comes back to self-love.
Hi everyone, welcome to Psychedelic Conversations. I have with me Kevin and V. Welcome guys, so good to see you.
Thank you, welcome.
Thanks for having us.
And I just want to say a few words about you guys for our listeners in case they discovered you for the first time.
Sure.
Kevin is Chief Commercial Officer, Rose Hill. Kevin, you have so many parts that you do. So Rose Hill is one of them, One Retreat is another one. And also you lead, so I'm more interested in the retreats, therefore we have V as well. So you two run the One Retreats in Jamaica?
Yeah, that's correct. We're co-creators of that, and you know, have custodian that and ushered in these retreats in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm. I also interviewed Charles.
Mm-hmm.
So there's also like lots of chocolate.
Yes.
You know, products, and then he's the grower behind, like mushroom grower. So you guys have achieved a lot in the last 2 years, because I met Charles 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then it was really fun to catch up and see where everyone is.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm really excited to dive in. But let's talk about the One Retreat in Jamaica. And before that, I feel like I need to get to know you a little bit more.
Sure.
What brings you to this work, Kevin? And then we'll have the same.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you know, everybody throws out that word purpose, but it certainly resonates with me in the sense where, yeah, I was in, you know, at a corporate life and this and that, and, you know, but on the creative side, so we always been kind of a soul rebel. And about 10 years ago, shifted out of that into wellness. And it just started surrounding myself with a wellness community and beautiful people in all aspects of wellness, and it just kind of seeped in and steered me towards that, and learning and reflecting on myself, and of, you know, what changes I had to make within myself for my family, my lineage, my, you know, cutting generational ties and all of that sort of stuff. So I just shifted into wellness maybe 10 years ago, and you know, had a beautiful wellness festival called Tomorrow Today that was in Jamaica, in Negril, where our retreats are. And yeah, we were welcoming 1,000 travelers in this kind of choose your own adventure wellness escapade. And it was, you know, plant medicine was certainly an aspect of that, because we are in Jamaica. And, you know, so there was elements of that. I'd always had a relationship with our beautiful plant allies, and it just kind of evolved in that. And as Charles, as you mentioned earlier, is a brethren of 30 plus years, and we, you know, he was in a band, as you know, in the interview, and it just kind of came back, and we had on this path with the little teachers with psilocybin, and here we are. You know, I just give so much thanks and blessings for where we are right now, in the sense of, you know, we're in rooms with people much more astute in the science and all of this, so we learned, so we have a beautiful, you know, I have a beautiful lens of the science part of it, which I absolutely respect and appreciate and learn from, and then obviously the part of just self-development and nurturing oneself and self-love, because that's really what these teachers are making us remember. Mm-hmm.
I love this. I so love this. And you two both are so humble.
Oh, thank you.
So humble.
Thank you so much.
It's incredible. Like this seems to be the legacy work. Like when you tap into the legacy work, naturally you're humbled.
Yeah, 100%.
So can feel the energy through in that sense.
Yeah, it is humbling work, and we have to, you know, in being in Jamaica has always been a healing beacon, you know, through music and its culture and Bob Marley and reggae and, you know, the sea and the surf and the trees and the bountiful of the land. And it's just, this is another you know, Jamaica has been blessed that it's, you know, we're in a framework that allows us to do what we can, and it's just put us, Jamaica, on the map and in this beacon of light in so many different ways. And so we take that responsibility serious. So we have to lead by integrity with 2 feet on the ground and an open heart. So thank you for that acknowledgement.
It's in the bones. It's in the ancestral bones.
Thank you.
Growing up in London, I'm associating Jamaica all the time with one love.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
And
that's it for me.
Yeah, and hence that's why we named it One Retreats. Yeah,
that's so beautiful.
Yeah. Of course, oneness. Yeah,
expressed in that way. So I always had a really good, positive, connected association with Jamaica. And
thank you. You need to come.
I do. Yeah. I know. Charles been saying that 2 years ago. He said the same thing, and
well, let's make it happen. You know, you have a bed over there for sure. Beds.
Oh, thank you so much. And welcome. Location, please. For our listeners?
For the retreats or just in
the
general?
Center?
It's in Negril, Jamaica. So that's the westernmost, probably almost the westernmost point of Jamaica, because there's a lighthouse that marks that, and we're literally 5 minutes up the road. Beautiful land, jungle side with ocean crashing waves. We have a seaside as well to the retreat center. So it's nature, obviously. Is a big part of it. You know, people say you go out and experience nature, you know, but we are nature, and we kind of instill that with people, and the thing that there's no separation, oneness, right? So
beautiful.
Yeah, man.
I love that. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
I think our listeners will know what the land that you talk about, because some of the travelers that probably already been to the location you mentioned. All right. Thank you so much for sharing.
Welcome.
Now I'm turning to V. What brings you to this work?
Yeah, for me, it was my own personal healing journey, wanting to heal some childhood traumas. I had heard about plant medicine and became very intrigued, and, you know, traditional modalities, therapy and such, personal development, it all has its place. But I came to a point where I realized I wasn't getting to the roots. For me, I grew up in New York. In the 70s, my mom was Italian, my father was Black, African American, and that was a big no-no then. So I experienced a lot of racial trauma, rejection, even from my own family. And, you know, you don't know at the time how this can affect you, right? The conditioning, the experience. So I carried that into my adulthood and got to a point where I realized that this needs to be healed. So heard about plant medicine and decided it was for me. My first was actually with ayahuasca. I went right in for the hefty one. I went to Peru.
Goes to the roots straight away.
Yeah. And then, of course, the mushroom. And so meeting Kevin. Kevin and I are not only partners in the retreats, but we're engaged. We're a couple.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So
And I actually met Kevin during the pandemic. So I'm not Jamaican. But I like to say I'm Jamaican at heart, because I've been going since my 20s. Just went there for the first time for a wedding and fell in love with the island. Like Kevin mentioned, you know, the music, the culture, the energy, it all spoke to me. So it just kept coming back. My friends, spring break, I'm going to Mexico, Cancun. I'm like, I'm going to Jamaica. But in 2020, I was there as usual for a week or so for my birthday, and the pandemic hit. They closed the border, and I got stuck there for 5 months.
Great.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And that's when I met Kevin, and he was already in the space, and I journeyed with mushrooms, and it just all
came together. Divinely orchestrated.
Yeah, man, of course.
Yeah, and I knew, you know, I'm a believer when we heal ourselves, we heal the world. So I just knew as well that this felt like purposeful work. I have a background in travel. I've done a couple things in my career in New York, but travel has also been a very big passion of mine. So I used to curate group trips. So I've taken groups up to of 30 people to places like Egypt and Dubai, Thailand, all over South America. So also a natural knack for navigating people and places and logistics and curating experiences. So
Transferable skills.
Yeah.
In the journeys, 'cause they are.
yeah,
What
completely.
you have done in the real life becomes a transferable skill in the ceremonies.
100%.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So I
Which
serve,
makes you a good guide.
right. Yeah. So
Because it's
exactly
a field
that.
experience,
Of course.
so to speak.
100%. Yeah.
I love
So I
that.
do. I serve as the coordinator on our retreat operations, as well as we're both certified and fully trained in facilitation.
I love that. Okay. Do you think we all have Jamaica within us? Like the whole world resonates. What is that about, Kevin?
Wow, it's. I think that I was born in Jamaica and I went to school up in Canada. That's why my accent, I can turn it on and turn it off. But it's, I think when I moved back, I've been back for 25 years now. I'm 50, and I moved back in 1999. And the little things, you'd be driving on the road and you see the school children, and that they might not have all the Western fruits of life, but they have they don't have the materialistic things that might drive other people, but they're smiling and happy and skipping to school, and they might be hungry, and that just, I connected a lot with that, and it gives people perspective. It gave me perspective, and I can only assume that it would gives people, maybe subconsciously or consciously, a perspective that, wow, this life is a miracle, and we have to be present, livity, and obviously the indigenous culture of Jamaica with, the Tainos, which came up through South America, and the Aztecs, and it came up through. So obviously the little teachers and that is present there, and then you have the beautiful Rastafari culture and the African culture, obviously, in Jamaica. Jamaica is a West African country when you really dissect it. So you have these two beautiful cultures entwined, and it's just love and livity of the land, taking care of the land, custodian of the land, and they call it livity. I have it tattooed here and stuff like that. It's just my kind of a mantra, where it's just like, you have to live good and live good with people, and shine your light and your heart center, and be kind, and be selfless, and when you radiate that and people are doing it, what's that word that we just learned the other day, when it's just a positivity, and I think that that's why people travel to Jamaica and see it, because it's amplified. Jamaica is a very amplified culture. We talk loud, the music's loud, the food is spicy and loud, and all of this, and it's just a little island in the Caribbean Sea that has less than 3 million people, and you see everybody, major world influence on different buckets, which is all rooted in love. So, we're just blessed.
That's the driver.
Yeah, it's just love, and and obviously nature, it's beautiful, so we have the medicine of the sea and the land and the fruit and the vegetables and the birds and the animals and all of that. So it's just, it's a full package, and definitely on our retreat, you get you're nestled in nature, you're hugged by nature, and by us as a team and facilitators. Yeah.
That's so beautiful. Yeah, thank you. So with the remaining time, let's talk about the offering. So let's say our listeners first time seeing you, which is great, because I love having these conversations, because sometimes it's such a wild west at the moment. Even if you find 5-star reviews online, a lot of people are not sure, because you don't know who's behind those websites and who's leading. But hearing you speak and talk about your journeys and your own stories and the energy behind it, it's very, very contagious, and people connect with that.
Sure, it makes it real.
Yeah.
And the fact that you guys just coming from a normal, life that just kind of led you to what you do now, it's even more validating that it's almost like you represent something that is possible for all of us.
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah. Yeah.
that can, it's there, just needs to be uncovered.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. It's humbling and I'm blushing. You probably see it more on V than me. But yeah, it's we get that a lot because a lot of our communication is us speaking our truth and our story and this and that, and we hear that a lot, that it's very relatable to us. And V's story, you know, she's very open with her story, and it's circle where there's no hierarchy in the retreat. We're sitting in community. And
you just said it. It's about being authentic and vulnerable and real, giving that. It's the resonance that people pick up on.
Thank you. That means a lot to us.
Cool. So tell us about your retreats. Like, how does it work? How often? How can they sign up?
Sure.
Or even connect to ask questions?
Of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Our retreats, we pretty much do one a month. We do take off summer and the holidays, but we have one container a month under the full moon. As you know, the full moon is a wonderful time for releasing. So all of our dates are under the full moon. We're 6 days, 5 night retreats with 2 deep dives with psilocybin, with the mushroom. Yeah, like Kevin mentioned, just being supported in nature, community. It's a group setting. We have 4 to 5 facilitators who are part of the experience. I think one thing that sets us apart is, you know, besides me, authentically, our facilitators are all Jamaican. You know, we really pay homage to the culture. We have the chief of the Taino tribe of Jamaica come, and he invokes the opening ceremony in the land and blesses the participants for the retreat for the week. And we have beautiful modalities that support the journey. We're doing yoga by the seaside in the morning, you know, breath work, preparation activities and tools to help the participants navigate the experience that they're going to go into with the mushroom. We go off site a couple times, of course, want to show them beautiful Negril, so give them that opportunity to get into the sea and the ocean, which is also very much part of the healing. So yeah, it's a beautiful program that we've weaved together.
Yeah.
Amazing. So beautiful. And they can find you at
our website. It's oneretreatsjamaica.com.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. So we will add all of your links and information and bios and everything that our listeners need in the show notes.
Yeah.
So what would you like to leave our listeners with as the last words?
Just, you know, it all, you know, we get people coming in for various reasons, you know, coming in from the extreme, you know, just very deep trauma. You know, trauma can't be on any scale. Trauma is trauma. And a lot of times, you know, and then there's people that are just coming in. We get a lot of persons that are older demographics that are just want to explore their consciousness, and they've been on this planet, and they you know, they say to us, you know, I have more years behind me than in front of me, and they just want to do this because their identity was mom and, you know, wife and stuff, or who am I, you know, and they come and explore who they are and what, you know, what their purpose on this thing. And for us, it's you know, it's absolutely, like our ethers is like, it's absolutely your birthright to explore your consciousness with natural medicine, full stop. And so we allow you to do that, to explore your consciousness, to be safe. We hold you, and regardless of what you're coming in, trauma, depression, you know, addiction, etc., etc., etc. What we've learned over the 3 years is that it's all back to self-love. You know, these teachers and these plant allies, you know, you're inviting a teacher into your room, and we have, because of Charles and the grow, we have many different teachers in our grow, and so we carefully choose that teacher to welcome, that the participants welcome them in. And teachers teach people differently, and you know, people resonate with teachers differently. So it's we just allow that space, and it all comes back with all of those things I said. It all comes back to self-love, you know, and you know, it's letting this kind of quiet down, you know, where this list making and angst and fight or flight and decision making and all of that stuff that everybody in the regular life to do has, and allows us to silence this down in the frontal lobe and to drop in now to our heart center, our purpose, our gut. There's many things to call intuition, and what a beautiful gift to give yourself, you know. And it's there. We say the mushroom is just a tool, just as the modalities that V mentioned with breath work and journaling and all of this. It's just another tool in our programming that allows you to do this and support you on your journey and integration, and holds you to get it back into a practical sense that you can, make the rest of your life the best of your life, and life is a miracle, and we need to just accept that, and we don't need all the answers, Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you. And just want to say kudos and to you and the amplification that you give in this space. It's very important. As you know, it's challenging to get the word out there, and the best way to do that is amplification, obviously, and also testimonials. We have a lot of testimonials from an array of people on our website that they just feel the need. Once the mycelium connects, they just want to, like, oh my God, like, I can't believe the clarity in all of this. And we all have the self-healing mechanisms within us. We know how to self-heal. I don't tell a cut to heal. I don't know, my liver or my pancreas, I'm not really even sure what they're doing. They're doing it. So we can self-heal. And these are the tools that allow us to tap in and remember how to do that in healing and community.
We are the medicine.
Yeah, man, of course.
And connection is the medicine.
Yeah,
That's our mantra for the
Connection is the
medicine.
Oh, wow,
Love that.
wow.
100%.
Well, one love and one heart, and we're in Jamaica, and we'd love to receive all of your listeners.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Feel very reciprocated. Thank you.
Yes, oh, thank you. And you're coming to Jamaica too.
I will. Thank you.
Blessings.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Hope you guys enjoyed this conversation. Do connect with me and Kevin anytime. We'll have the links, and be part of the conversation. Don't be shy. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.
One love.
One love.
Bless up.
All the best to you guys.